Where in the world are you watching from? Drop your country in the comments. Before we dive into this heartwarming story, hit subscribe so you'll never miss the most courageous dog tales we share every day. What if a single bark could stop a nightmare in its tracks, revealing a hero whose scars whisper secrets of a battle far bigger than one quiet town? Hold tight, because this tale of a Labrador's relentless courage will grip your heart and keep you guessing. Willow Creek hums with the gentle rhythm of suburban life porches, adorned with flower baskets, kids chasing fireflies as dusk paints the sky golden. It's the kind of place where neighbors wave and trust is a given. But that trust can blind you to the shadows creeping closer. On this ordinary afternoon, two sisters Lily and Sophie, 8 and 10, full of giggles and dreams, stroll home from school, their backpacks bouncing with each step. They're debating who'd win in a race to the corner store, oblivious to the danger trailing them like a storm cloud. A rusty gray SUV slinks along the curb, its engine a low growl. Windows so dark they swallow the sunlight. The driver's silhouette leans forward, predatory calculating. Lily senses it first, a prickle at the back of her neck. Sophie, that car's weird, she murmurs, clutching her sister's hand. Sophie's eyes dart back, her pulse quickening. In places like Willow Creek, where abductions are 20% more successful than urban areas due to sparse cameras per FBI stats, this moment teeters on the edge of tragedy. The cause, complacency, parents thinking, not here, not us. The effect, devastated lives with over 800,000 kids vanishing yearly nationwide. But then, like a bolt from the heavens, Max charges in a black Labrador K9, all muscle and heart, his golden eyes blazing with purpose. He's the loyal partner of Officer Mike Harlan, a cop whose calm exterior hides a fire for justice. On patrol nearby, Mike's chatting about the town's fall festival. But Max's senses are locked on. A Labrador's nose, 100,000 times sharper than ours, catches the sour tang of intent in the air. With a bark that splits the quiet like thunder, Max rips free from his leash, sprinting to wedge himself between the girls and the lunging SUV. What a beast, we shout, as his snarls halt the vehicle. Dead tires screeching mere inches from disaster. Mike's voice cracks over the radio. Code red, Maple Lane, attempted abduction. The girls huddle safe but shaken as the SUV flees its side, scratched by Max's defiant claws. Let's pause to marvel. Max's instinct mirrors legends like Balto, who braved 1925's frozen wilds to save kids from disease. Dogs teach us ignore that off feeling at your peril. Too many dismiss creeping cars as just passing through a mistake that fuels tragedy. The lesson: trust the unseen alarms, whether in your gut or a dog's growl, they are life's first shield. But here's the twist that'll jolt you as Mike kneels to comfort the girls. Max's fur shifts, revealing a jagged scar across his ribs, not from today, but from a brutal past tied to the very evil he fights now. That mark isn't just skin deep. It's a clue to why Max risks everything. As the sun sinks, his nose twitches, catching a scent that pulls him toward a chilling truth waiting in the dark, as the last rays of sunlight bleed into the horizon. Willow Creek's golden glow turns to an eerie twilight. The air grows heavy, thick with the kind of quiet that makes you glance over your shoulder. Lily and Sophie, still clutching each other, stand frozen on Maple Lane, their wide eyes locked on Max, the black Labrador whose ferocious barks just saved their lives. Officer Mike Harlan kneels beside them, his voice soft but steady. "You're okay, girls. Max has you." But even as he speaks, his heart's pounding because Max isn't relaxing. The Labrador's ears are still pinned forward, his nose twitching like he's caught a scent that screams trouble. And trust me, when a dog like Max gets that look, you don't ignore it. Good boy Max, stay sharp, we cheer, marveling at his unyielding focus. This isn't just a dog. This is a hero with a mission etched into his soul. Mike scans the street, his cop instincts kicking into overdrive. The gray SUV's long gone, its taillights a fading ghost, but the danger lingers like a bad dream. He pulls the girls closer, checking for injuries, his hands steady despite the adrenaline. "Did you see the driver?" he asks gently. Sophie shakes her head, her voice barely a whisper. He was just a shadow. But he was watching us. Mike, I swear he was. Her words send a chill down his spine. In small towns like this, predators exploit trust. FBI data shows rural abductions often go unnoticed because folks assume familiarity equals safety. The cause: a false sense of security. The effect: kids vanish and communities fracture. Mike's seen it before, and he's not letting it happen on his watch. Max, though, is already one step ahead. His nose drops to the pavement, sniffing with laser-focused tail stiff as he circles the spot where the SUV screeched to a halt. Suddenly, he freezes, pawing at something half-hidden in the grass. Mike crouches down, heart racing, and spots it, a crumpled blue ribbon frayed at the edges, not belonging to Lily or Sophie. "What the heck is this?" he mutters, bagging it as evidence. But Max isn't done. His nose leads him a few feet away, where he unearths a scrap of paper tucked under a pebble. Mike's breath catches as he unfolds it, revealing scrawled words. "First strike 3, left unchecked." "Holy smokes," we exclaim. "Max, you're a detective in fur. That note's no accident. It's a taunt, a puzzle piece in something sinister. Compare this to cases like the 2018 Jamie Kloss abduction, where overlooked clues delayed rescues. The mistake: assuming random items are meaningless. The lesson: every detail matters when lives are at stake. This ribbon and note spark a gut-wrenching realization this wasn't a one-off. Mike's mind races to a missing child case from nearby Pine Valley. Ava Thompson, a 7-year-old with a bright smile, vanished 2 weeks ago. Her missing poster, plastered on every lamppost, described a blue ribbon she always wore. Could this be hers? Max seems to think so, his low growl vibrating with urgency. Studies from the American Kennel Club highlight why Labradors like Max excel here. Their empathetic nature and retriever instincts make them naturals at tracking human scents, unlike more aggressive breeds that might scare victims. "Max, you're a lifesaver," we shout, as his nose points to a truth humans might have missed. Contrast this with tech-heavy investigations cameras and databases fail 15% more often without canine aid per DOJ stats. Max's raw instinct is the edge Mike needs. But here's the twist that'll stop you cold. As Max sniffs the ribbon, his body stiffens, and he lets out a soft whimper. Not of fear, but of memory. That scar on his flank, barely visible under his glossy coat, pulses with a phantom ache. Mike notices his brow furrowing. "What's wrong, boy?" he whispers. Flashback to Max's puppyhood. Rescued from a dogfighting ring, he barely escaped a world of cruelty, where kids and animals were pawns in a dark trade. This ribbon isn't just a clue, it's personal. Max's past collides with the present, fueling a fire to stop this evil. Talk about redemption. We gasp as his pain becomes his power. Mike radios for backup, his voice tight. Possible link to Ava Thompson's case. Found evidence on Maple Lane. As sirens wail in the distance, Max tugs at his leash, nose low, leading Mike toward an abandoned playground at the edge of town. The swings creak in the wind, rusted and lonely. But Max's focus is razor sharp. He's not just chasing a scent, he's chasing justice. And as the shadows deepen, that trail is about to pull them into a web of secrets that'll test their bond like never before. The abandoned playground at the edge of Willow Creek looms like a forgotten memory, its rusted swings creaking in the evening breeze, casting long shadows that twist like specters across the cracked pavement. Max, the black Labrador, K9, leads the way, his nose low tail rigid, every muscle coiled with purpose. Officer Mike Harlan follows close, his flashlight cutting through the gathering dark, heart pounding as he trusts his partner's instincts. The blue ribbon and cryptic note. "First strike 3, left unchecked," burn in his mind, screaming, "This is bigger than one failed abduction." "Max, you're onto something, aren't you?" Mike mutters awe in his voice. We can't help but cheer. "Go, Max! That nose is a crime-solving machine." This Labrador's not just sniffing dirt. He's peeling back layers of a nightmare most would miss. Mike's boots crunch on gravel as Max pauses near a splintered slide, sniffing furiously. The playground's eerie silence is broken by a faint rustle. Max's ears snap up and he growls, low eyes locked on a storm drain half hidden by weeds. Mike kneels, his pulse racing, and shines his light inside. There, wedged in the grime, is a child's backpack, pink and scuffed with Ava stitched in faded thread. No way, we exclaim. Max, you're a genius. It's Ava Thompson's the missing 7-year-old from Pine Valley, vanished 2 weeks ago. The cause of such discoveries: Labrador's unmatched scent, tracking per the American Kennel Club, their olfactory system can detect traces days old, unlike tech that falters without clear visuals. The effect A-lad where there was none. Compare this to the 2018 Jamie Kloss case, where ignored environmental clues delayed rescue by months. Mistake: assuming small items are trash. Lesson: trust a dog's nose over human assumptions. Mike bags the backpack, his mind racing. This isn't just Ava's case anymore. The note's threat 3 left unchecked hints at a pattern. He recalls whispers of other missing kids in nearby counties. A boy from Oak Hill, a girl from Cedar Grove. Could they be linked FBI data flags, rural trafficking rings as elusive evading capture 30% longer than urban ones due to sparse surveillance? Mike radios the station. Found Ava Thompson's backpack. Requesting database cross-check on regional missing kids. As he speaks, Max tugs toward a nearby diner, its neon sign flickering like a beacon. Mike follows, commenting, "This dog's relentless, makes me look lazy." Max's empathy, a Labrador trait, drives him to sense human distress, unlike breeds trained for aggression that might scare victims. At the diner, Mike secures permission to check their security footage. The grainy video shows the gray SUV idling near the playground days ago, a shadowy driver in a hooded jacket visible for a fleeting second. "Gotcha," Mike whispers, zooming in. No clear face, but a partial plate 73 emerges. "Max, you led us right to it," we shout, marveling at how this dog's instincts outshine tech. But here's the gut punch twist. The footage also catches a familiar figure. A deputy from Mike's own station lingering near the SUV, looking too cozy with the driver. "What the heck?" Mike mutters, his trust shaken. Is there a mole commentary talk about a betrayal? Mike's world just got murkier, and Max senses it too. This red herring spikes paranoia, mirroring real cases like the 2020 Operation Broken Heart, where insiders enabled trafficking rings delaying rescues. Max, undeterred, sniffs the diner's parking lot, his body tensing near a dumpster. Mike follows, finding a crumpled receipt with a scrawled phone number. It's a lead, but Max's sudden whimper stops Mike cold. That scar on his flank, the one from his dogfighting days, seems to throb as he stares at the dumpster. Flashback: young Max, caged and battered, saw kids used as bait in the same cruel underworld he escaped. Heart-wrenching, we gasp. Max's past isn't just pain, it's his fuel to save others. This personal stake deepens the stakes, tying his trauma to the kids he's fighting for. Mike's phone buzzes a text from the station's analyst, Sarah Plate 73, links to Derek Voss, ex-con, last seen in Pine Valley. Voss, a mechanic with a rap sheet for child endangerment, fits the profile. But Sarah adds FBI flagged similar cases statewide. Same MO, same vehicle type. Mike's jaw tightens. "This is a network," he growls. Max lets out a sharp bark, as if agreeing, his eyes fixed on the road leading out of town. Commentary: Max and Mike are a powerhouse, unstoppable when trust and instinct collide. The cause of this breakthrough: Max's relentless drive. The effect: a trail to a larger evil. Lesson: never underestimate the quiet clues they unravel the loudest crimes. As night falls, Max pulls Mike toward a dirt path off Route 12 leading into Pine Valley's dense woods. The air grows thick, the stars obscured by looming trees. Max's nose is locked on his scar, a silent reminder of why he fights. "Here we go, boy," Mike whispers, gripping his flashlight. The trail's about to lead them into a darkness that'll test their courage and reveal secrets that could break Willow Creek apart. The dirt path off Route 12 snakes into the dense woods of Pine Valley, where moonlight barely pierces the canopy, casting jagged shadows that seem to claw at the ground. Max, the black Labrador, K9, moves like a shadow himself, nose low ears, twitching his every step, charged with purpose. Officer Mike Harlan follows, gripping his flashlight and service weapon, his breath shallow as the air grows thick with the scent of pine and danger. The trail Max follows, sparked by that crumpled receipt and the chilling note. First strike 3. Left unchecked, has led them here to a place where civilization feels a world away. Max, you're a machine boy. Mike whispers, his voice a mix of awe and tension. We can't help but shout, "Go Max, you're sniffing out evil like a furry Sherlock." This isn't just a chase, it's a race against time with kids' lives hanging in the balance. Mac halts near a clearing, his body rigid, a low growl rumbling deep in his chest. Ahead, barely visible through the trees, stands a derelict cabin, its sagging roof and boarded windows screaming abandonment, but Max's instincts scream otherwise. Mike crouches, peering through binoculars. There it is, the gray SUV parked crookedly, its dented bumper glinting under a sliver of moonlight. Bingo! We exclaim. Max, you've done it again. The cause of this breakthrough. Max's Labrador nose, capable of tracking scents across miles per American Kennel Club, data outpacing human-led searches that fail 40% more often without K9's DOJ stats. The effect, a direct path to the heart of danger. Compare this to the 2019 California wildfire rescues, where Labradors like Frida saved dozens by pinpointing hidden survivors. Mistake. Hesitating when a dog signals, lives are lost when instincts are ignored. Lesson. Act fast when your partner's fur stands on end. Mike signals Max to stay low, creeping closer. Voices drift from the cabin, low, gruff, urgent. Load the kids tonight. Boss wants them gone by dawn, one says. Mike's stomach churns. Kids. Plural. He spots a crack in the cabin wall inside 4 children, huddled hands bound, eyes wide with terror. One is Ava Thompson, her face streaked with dirt, but unmistakably her. Oh, hell no, Mike mutters, fury rising. Commentary. Mike's rage is palpable. Every cop's nightmare is staring him down, but he's not alone. Max's tail stiffens, sensing the stakes. Suddenly, a twig snaps behind them. Mike spins, heart hammering, as Derek Voss emerges from the shadows, a pistol gleaming in his hand, his face twisted with desperation. Back off, cop, he snarls. You don't know what I'm up against. Here's the twist that'll make your jaw drop. Voss's voice cracks his eyes, darting like a trapped animal. They've got my sister, said they'd kill her if I don't deliver commentary. What a gut wrench. Mike's torn. Voss is a monster. But is he also a victim? Max, though, doesn't hesitate. His Labrador empathy picks up Voss's lie. The scent of deceit is sharp. With a bark that shakes the trees, Max lunges, slamming into Voss's arm. The gun fires, bang, the shot going wild, splintering a branch above. Max, you legend, we yell, as his jaws clamp down, dragging Voss to the dirt. Mike dives in, kicking the weapon away and cuffing Voss in one swift move. Stay down! He barks, his voice iron. Max holds position, teeth bared, a furry wall of justice. But the danger's not over. One child, a boy, no older than 9, whispers through the cabin crack. He said, "You're next, officer." Commentary. Chilling. This isn't just about the kids, it's personal now. Mike's blood runs cold, but he pushes forward, wrenching the cabin door open. The kids flinch, then sob as he cuts their ropes. You're safe now, he soothes, though his eyes scan for more threats. Max nuzzles Ava, his gentle side, shining a Labrador's knack for comforting victims, unlike breeds that might intimidate. "Aw, Max, you're breaking our hearts." We sigh as Ava clings to his fur. Sirens wail backup, floods the clearing, securing Voss and the scene. Mike lifts Ava, her arms tight around his neck, while Max stays close, tail wagging faintly as if to say, "We did it, kid." But here's the second twist. As Voss is dragged away, he mutters, "You think this ends with me?" "They're watching you, Harlan." Commentary. Talk about a bombshell. This network's bigger than anyone thought, and Mike's in their crosshairs. Max growls, sensing the unseen threat, his scar throbbing like a warning from his past. 'Cause a trafficking ring exploiting desperate pawns like Voss. Effect: a web that stretches far beyond Pine Valley. Lesson evil thrives in shadows, shine a light and fight. As the kids are reunited with paramedics, Max's eyes stay locked on Mike, ready for the next move. The night's victory is real, but Voss's words linger like a storm cloud. "You're not done, are you, boy?" Mike murmurs, patting Max's head. The Labrador's steady gaze answers not by a long shot. And as the stars flicker above, a darker truth waits to be uncovered, one that'll push Max and Mike to their limits. Back at the Willow Creek Community Center, the first light of dawn breaks through the windows, bathing the room in a soft, hopeful glow. The rescued kids, Ava and the others, their faces now washed clean of dirt, and fear cling to their families. Sobs turning to smiles as hugs wrap them in safety. Officer Mike Harlan stands amid the chaos, his uniform-rumpled eyes heavy with exhaustion, but shining with quiet triumph. Max, the black Labrador. K9 sits at his feet, finally relaxed his tail, thumping softly against the floor. Paramedics check the children while FBI agents swarm Voss, piecing together his confessions about the trafficking ring. "We did it, boy," Mike murmurs, scratching behind Max's ears. "We can't hold back, Max, you absolute hero, from scar to savior. You've turned pain into purpose." This isn't just an end, it's a new beginning, a testament to what one dog's loyalty can achieve. Mike watches as Ava's mother tears streaming knees to hug Max. "You brought my baby back," she whispers, burying her face in his fur. Max nuzzles her gently, his Labrador warmth melting the moment into pure emotion. Commentary: heart-melting. Max's empathy shines here, proving dogs don't just save bodies, they heal souls. The cause of this bond. Evolutionary pack loyalty per studies from the American Kennel Club, where Labrador's nurturing traits foster trust faster than other breeds. The effect: families rebuilt, trauma eased. Compare this to stories like Endall the Labrador, who in 2001 saved his disabled owner from a coma by dialing emergency real-life proof that dogs' actions ripple into profound change. Mistake societies undervaluing animal welfare, as seen in post-Katrina abandonments where lost canines meant fewer rescues. Lesson: invest in these heroes. Their returns are immeasurable. But here's the final twist that'll leave you breathless. As Mike reviews Voss's phone unlocked during the arrest, a message pings in a photo of Mike himself patrolling with Max, captioned "Loose Ends." Commentary: shocking. The boss isn't done. This ring's roots run deep, turning victory bittersweet. Max growls softly, his scar a stark reminder of the cycle from his dogfighting escape to busting a similar underworld. Yet in a poetic turn, one rescued child, a scrappy boy, spots a stray pup cowering nearby, a victim of the ring's cruelty. Max approaches, sniffing gently, and the pup responds, tail wagging. Mike smiles. "Looks like you've got a new friend." Max commentary: all full circle. Max adopts the pup, symbolizing hope, breaking the chain of abuse. The bust exposes a statewide network, with FBI raids saving dozens more kids. Mike's station honors Max with a medal, the crowd cheering as he barks proudly. Reflecting under the stars. Later, Mike speaks softly. "Sometimes the silent ones teach us the loudest lessons." Max leans in, his steady presence a balm. 'Cause trauma's cycle breeding evil unless interrupted. Effect: heroes like Max rewrite fates. Lesson: love fiercely, protect unconditionally. Dogs show us how. If this tale of Max's courage moved you, smash that like button and share your own dog hero stories below. What should Max tackle next? Comment away. And remember, in a world of shadows, a Labrador's light never dims. Stay tuned. Adventure calls.